What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. To focus in on the supposed rift between Mario Lemieux and Sidney Crosby. Matt Barnaby reported, and all due respect to one of the greatest, pests in the history of the game. If you're getting your hockey news from Matt Barnaby, then I'm sorry. But you look at the everything's gone wrong in Pittsburgh this year. I mean, let's be totally honest with ourselves. The team's struggling. Crosby is in the worst slump of his career, and it honestly, early on I was like, all right, it is what it is. Now it's like, oh shit, this is bad. He's the face of the league in so many ways, and he's struggling like never before. And he's only 28 years old. He should be in his prime right now, and these are numbers that this is such a bad regression. It's like, holy shit, what happens now? But you look at the history. I talked about the Dubinsky piece, the Dubinsky-Crosby feud piece, if you will. The history of head injuries, that'll always be a front and center discussion when talking about Crosby and his struggles. But I mean, I think it's so much more going on because the struggles aren't limited to just him. And I thought for sure, by this point, him, Malkin, and Kessel would have it all kind of figured out. And I mean, Malkin to a certain degree, Kessel have, really kind of hit it off as of late. But at the same time, Crosby having 14 points in 22 games is atrocious. Now back to the principal point of the piece. Do I think there's a feud between him and Mario Lemieux? No. I think tensions are running high in Pittsburgh. I will say that. I think it is a very, 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 very tense situation in Pittsburgh because, again, the team is struggling. They're not playing to the level they feel they're capable of, and unfortunately, with the amount of high salaries and high expectations on this team, you're expecting a lot more from what you're getting. And again, it's not limited to just Crosby, but Crosby's struggles are kind of microcosm of everything else that's going on in this team. Again, not a lot of ability to move contracts and make a big splash. You made your big splash in adding Phil Kessel, and now it's like, now what? I'm not saying hit the panic button, but I talked about it in the previous piece, about Mike Johnson, the head coach. It might be time to shake up the coaching staff. I'm not. That's never, it's always kind of a knee-jerk reaction, but it's something to think about, and I think, again, I don't think there's a feud or a rift between the two Penguins greats, but at the same time, I think there's a tense situation throughout that organization, and, the best remedy to it, as Al Davis would say, is just win, baby. But we'll see how the next few weeks and months shake up for Pittsburgh. Anyway, that's our episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes of the season and beyond. Later, guys.